Oh, and here we have the give game.
Ba-dum-bum. Lcheeseboy versus B-Mac Attack. 50% win rate even for both players.
Oh, no,
Both of them have joined 2 mystery tournaments. You can't get much more even than that.
Yeah, let's see what they played.
Tag the Power of Paint was a really cool game. It was considered for top 8 even at one point. It's by if you've played Portal 2, which probably you have, it's a very popular game. The gels in that game, the speed gel and the bounce gel, the people who worked on that game made this game, Tag the Power of Paint, and this game features those things and a couple other things. And it's very cool. Cool enough that Valve saw them, picked them up, and brought them on to develop games.
Yeah, just like Nabakula Drop, the game that started Portal in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lcheeseboy lost against the Mexican runner in...
Gegege no Kitaro Yokai Daigeki-sen.
Yeah, it's the game where you shoot with your hair.
Yeah. Super long-running series, lots of properties and stuff.
And then one against Lama Rama in Wreck-It Ralph. I remember not watching that because...
The stream was really bad.
Twitch wasn't working right, yeah.
Yeah, something was going on. It was hard to watch.
But it looked pretty...
Also,
it looked like an NDS platformer.
Yeah, in that it was not interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's not a good thing. I don't... I hope no one thought that meant a good thing.
Yeah, it controls okay. I didn't hate it when I tested it. I don't know. The controls are somewhat responsive. And the level design wasn't too weird.
And then B-Mac Attack lost against Furry Turret, who was just playing. First game, Ninja Twins, which was like an ice slidey puzzle, basically. There wasn't really much to it, like you have 2 of them, and sometimes there's a teleporter, and then there's blocks, but really it was an ice slidey puzzle.
Yeah, but like really difficult, like a 40 move ice slidey block puzzle.
Oh yeah, you had
all 40 moves.
Yeah, you had a limited number of moves. That's right.
I didn't watch Super Pang.
I did. It's Pang. You know Pang, right? The game where the bubbles spawn. It's like an arcade game, kind of.
I did watch Super Pang. I just forgot that's what it was called.
Yeah, didn't you comment on this? Commentate?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I think you did. We were talking about how the gun is so much better than any other power-up.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And the grapple hook sucks.
Yeah, you just want double all the time, pretty much. Double is good.
So, it's called Pang. I'm muted because I'm typing a lot, but it's called Pang in Japan, and it's called Buster Brothers over here sometimes. But then sometimes it's also called Pumping World, which is excellent. Apparently also in Japan. It's very confusing.
And then B-Mac Attack also won against Mitsume ga Toru, which was the game with the spear. NES game, very late, like 1994, I think. But seemed good.
Platformer, you get your attacks coming out of your third eye on your head, which meant they were like really high up, so sometimes low down enemies were difficult to deal with.
I mean, like that's like a... If you were that character in Mega Man, maybe that's true. But then the enemies in this game were kind of designed to be hittable or not, based on that. Like there's still enemies in Mega Man you can't hit from the ground, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's not like as big of an issue when the game is designed around it.
Oh my goodness! 20 gifted subs from. I'm gonna try to pronounce this as Yelenizal. Thank you so much for all of that. It's very generous. The game is being pulled for both of these players. 2-1 is their record. They're both 2-2 from their previous entries into Mystery Tournament. So one of them is going to go 2-2 again and maintain a 50% win rate. The other is going to improve on that. So this is kind of exciting.
Yeah. You think 2-2, like going 2-2 again, is disappointing?
Depends on the kind of person you are, I guess. There's so much fluctuation. Like, we have really good players who lose early, and like it's kind of surprising to me that we get as much consistency out of players as we do in Mystery Tournament, that we see certain familiar names in top 8 all the time. Like, kind of blows my mind with how much variance there is from game to game. So I don't think there's much to read into doing 2 Mystery Tournaments, going 2-2 in both of them and being like, oh, I didn't improve. Like, you can't say that.
I think I would have been disappointed with 2-2 in my first one. Like, I watched the top 8 of Mystery Tournament 12, which is what got me into Mystery Tournament. And like, you compare yourself to it, right? Like, oh, could I do this as well as these guys are doing it? And based on how I evaluated that, I think I would have been disappointed to just go out pretty early.
So you had what you felt was an accurate assessment that you were going to be better than average compared to what you saw. You were like, I can do that.
I think so, yeah. But then again, like, you don't know what, like, all the genres. Like, I'm very weak in some genres, but they just happen to not be in Mystery Tournament. Like, beat-em-ups. Or mech games, usually.
RPGs.
Yeah, the RPGs, definitely. I don't play RPG. The only RPG I ever finished was Crosscode.
That's barely an RPG.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like action. It's like Terra Nigma.
Yeah, okay. Action RPG, I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I never finished like a turn-based RPG, like Final Fantasy. Never.
No interest whatsoever?
I don't know. I get bored with grinding and doing the same gameplay loop all the time. That bores me.
I mean, all games boil down to some kind of gameplay loop you do over and over.
I guess.
So there's just something about that.
But it's
that particular loop you don't like.
I guess so, yeah. It's even worse in fighting games. Because there's only like 5 things you can do, and maybe the enemies do something different, but if you're doing well, the enemies shouldn't even attack. That's kind of the thing you're aiming for, right? So
I guess. When I think of fighting games, I don't really think of like
I mean like
CPU.
I mean what's it called? Like
Ups?
Final Fight. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay. They used to call beat-em-ups fighting games. They would just group Street Fighter 2 and Final Fight as like the same.
I mean,
game.
same developers.
Yeah, and I'm like, they're obviously related, right? Like a beat 'em up is basically a single player fighting game where your character is overpowered. You've got huge frame advantage on all of your stuff, and the enemies have huge hits done and all kinds of stuff. An effort has been made to find a game for our 2 players. You probably noticed we've been talking about whatever for the past little bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be done.
Yeah, don't
While
worry.
we figure that out.
We're not hiding anything important. Or like ignoring anything important.
I like stories, and I like video games with stories. I like that if there's like a character I can like play as and sort of be that character or have that character in my party. Like, that's meaningful to me. So even outside of whatever combat mechanics an RPG has, these things all appeal to me.
I tried Star Ocean, Second Story, or whatever. And same thing.
That's a J-ass JRPG. You're firmly in the middle of that genre.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, the same thing happened there. I got bored. Some town got destroyed by like a tsunami or something, and I was like, I barely even knew the town. I don't care. There was some dude who stole my money. He didn't even die.
Don't play Trails. I love Trails. Trails is the slowest of slow burns. I played through the entire first game thinking like, this game is nothing. And then at the very, very end of the first game, something compelling happens between two characters. And it's the first time where I cared about anything really going on with the characters in story. And then it was enough to make me play the sequel. And something about just spending a lot of time in that world with those characters, it all just grew on me, and it grew on me a lot, and a lot. And then suddenly, like, I think super highly of the series. I've only played up to the first trilogy. There's still a whole bunch more for me to get through.
I mean, like, there's worlds and characters and stories I care about. I like Half-Life, for example. That's a good game. And
yeah, it just has totally different gameplay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but like
Yeah.
the gameplay alone may not be able to hold me. Like, I appreciate that there is a story to it.
As a kid, I always first of all we have a game. We've got it. It's good. It's on the layout.
Oh,
It should be pretty simple one.
you found a crazy box art for this.
Yeah, I don't know. It came up under Google search. As a kid, I always skipped the story completely and like totally ignored it, and so I've had to like kind of pay more attention as an adult. I really like the stories in the Yakuza games. I think that they're really compelling, and they're pretty fast moving. But in general, it's difficult for me to play a video game because I'm kind of a movie buff too. And like I just haven't especially in like JRPGs, I feel like you really don't get a story that's more compelling than something you would just rather be seeing in a movie that was better paced. There's a lot of filler. It's hard. I haven't come across much personally that I like. I'm really a big fan of Barkley. Yeah, what a story in that game. What an example to give.
Yeah, I think JRPGs usually are coming in with like from an anime perspective, an anime aesthetic, and then is guilty of falling into a lot of trope stuff.
Yeah.
And like tropes are fine. They're there for a reason because they kind of work for various reasons, and there's within a trope and build a character out from there in interesting ways and all kinds of things. But a lot of games don't get that far with it, I think.
There's
Anyway.
a lot of plot devices that are the main characters in JRPGs saying, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm sick of so much. There's too much.
You can do it, just shut up and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the robot, Shinji, and stream like your heart depends on it. We had this game already in Mystery Tournament, but this is Streemerz mode, which is different.
It's basically a completely different game.
Yeah, totally different. This is no grapple. Now you flip gravity.
VVV.
And this was also submitted by ArcBliss, who has the world record in this.
Yeah, ArcBliss has 2 submissions to this game, to Mystery Tournament 16, were this game twice.
Text mashing strats. It looks like this is one where you hold it and then press it at the end of the text box. This is a test of reflexes.
Yeah.
Lcheeseboy coming out with the early lead.
Text strats.
Alright, so it's VVVVV.
You're just this guy.
This is Professor. What's his face? He's like the guy who invents all the technology for the evil guy.
I guess he invented some kind of gravity flip thing?
Apparently.
Or is this just like he's always been able to do this?
No. He invented like a belt or something.
Okay. This is the same map though, huh?
It is the same map.
Pretty much. It's changed a lot.
The rooms in general are the same, but you have to, like, I think if they didn't change it at all, it wouldn't accommodate this playstyle.
Yeah, no, it would be really impressive if they had somehow designed a map to be played with a grapple hook and a gravity flipper.
I think this was added, like, later. Lcheeseboy getting that really tight jump.
At least this is still consistent with the overall Streemerz experience of, like, here's just this really tight thing we ask you to do. Please do it. Die over and over until you do.
There's one room coming up which is like incredibly close. I will tell you when
In the main game, that kind of thing doesn't start until, like, the end, though.
Well, until the fire room.
I mean, even before that, I think it's... It puts
I
the
think when we
squares
saw
in.
the blind race of it, have you played it outside of the most recent blind race?
Yeah, after the race, I played it with GFM.
Oh, okay.
He kind of played on stream, and I was racing alongside off stream. And we both did better than the players, in large part thanks to having just played and having just watched and commentated the match.
Yeah.
With TPC, who runs the game, so there also is like some insight to stuff like in this room you can skip up the left side or something, and like actually like was able to kind of do it.
There was a competition for a while that had a money prize for speedrunning this, and that was pretty funny. Did you see the text? He said, "I engineered this chamber to be as poorly designed as possible." Master was quite pleased.
I mean, I also ran this game. Let me see. I'm number 8 on the leaderboards for Streemerz.
Cool.
Gumi, it's the only video game I've ever speedrun.
Did you do both modes?
No, I mean, I've played this one also in Mystery Tournament, but like, no one really does Streeeemerz. It's all regular Streemerz.
Got it.
Oh, here's the room.
I played both modes. I like the grapple mode better.
This is the room. This room is gonna take forever.
Okay.
Get ready.
Oh boy.
Oh, wait, is this the room? No, this isn't the room. Never mind. It's also got these VVV lines in it, so I could have been wronger.
I actually haven't played VVV.
Yeah, it's soon. It's also not this one. It's one of these.
I know that's not the right number of V's, but that is the right number of bows, and bo. Yeah.
I ran a little bit of VVV for Ultimate Decathlon. It's a cool game. Nice little speedrun. I wonder if it would have actually helped me play this game. There's something to, like, standing on the ground, hitting what you've probably bound to where a jump button would be, and having this, like, your sprite flips, and it slowly starts creeping upwards, and then starts going upwards very fast.
This looks really tight.
It's different from VVV.
Yeah, this is more acceleration to it.
Yeah.
VVV will flip you, like, you hit your terminal velocity pretty quick in that game.
BMAC, that's a lead change. Not a huge one, but...
Just a couple text boxes lead.
This room that I was talking about, it's still not here.
Yeah, so this is really totally different. Like, the shape of the room is the same, but...
Right.
Yeah, like the general path is the same.
Like, Lcheeseboy said he'd watched the other race and didn't specifically remember the rooms, and I don't think that'd make a difference in this.
Even remembering the rooms doesn't matter.
Yeah, I remember the rooms, but the what you do in the room is completely different.
Well, I like it. Safety.
Wow, BMAC. This is quite a lead. No checkpoint yet, though.
Huh?
Oh! Okay.
Fake got the ball. I like it.
Oh, Lcheeseboy dies. BMAC Attack went on a hot streak there. Passed by a couple checkpoints, but like didn't need them at all.
Even got the money. Not getting the money is harder than getting the money.
Like, psychologically?
No, physically. Oh, this is the room. Is this the room? I think
Okay.
this is the room.
It's got the bouncing ball that made you think the other room was the room.
Yeah, and it's got these red lines. I think this is the room.
Doesn't
Seems
seem so
okay to
bad.
me so far.
Okay.
I'm having trouble visualizing the transition. You need to be... You want
have
to
to
be
end
flat on the
down.
ground. Yeah, you don't want to curl around in one go, because you're not going to have any control over what you're doing with regards to the bouncing ball going around, right? So you need to be on the down cycle so that you land on the floor and you have time to line up with the ball.
Yeah, that right move actually looks really difficult. The one you have to do on the right side of this room. Like, when do you hit it?
Yeah, it's like movement tight, but also timing tight, because you have to make it past the bouncy ball.
Yeah.
And you don't want to move too
Oh.
early. And you don't want to move too
Lcheeseboy-
soon. Yeah.
Lcheeseboy went too early, went inside the purple, like from the side, and flipped and got brought back down.
Brought that back down to reality.
Oh, yep.
At least you can watch the ball, stand in the same place, and just try to visual cues for how
Yeah.
high is the ball.
I agree.
Go now.
Like once
Works,
you
doesn't work.
once you fail on this for like 10 times or something, you can start doing that. Like, oh, what if I flip when it's right at the bottom? Okay, didn't work. What if I flip when it's halfway down? Stuff like that. This room
And then
sucks.
that'll help you with the timing. After that, it's still a matter of
Yeah.
how long am I holding left for, or not holding left for, I guess.
I think this is the hardest room in the game.
Well, the fact that you can go early and clip inside that purple wall and flip,
Yeah. Like if let's say the red extended one further at the top, then this room would be a lot more fair.
yeah. So we know it's the hardest room in the game. The players don't. They just
Yeah.
know they were cruising, and now all of a sudden I have completely stopped. Oh god.
Yeah, in like 8 minutes. Like this is level 1. What am I doing?
Yep. This could be very frustrating. I tested something recently where you could fail. It didn't take much to fail, and then when you did, you lost a big chunk of time. But I knew going in something about the game, and I knew that it was going to be very hard, and this was a thing that was likely going to happen, so I was able to kind of adjust my expectations, and wasn't anywhere near on tilt. And I feel like if I didn't know that about the game, I would have tilted off the plane. It would have been so frustrating. And so I wonder how the players are feeling.
Pont Noob asking, why do they go left early? Can't you just go up, get rhythm, and then go left? The ceiling kills you.
You can't flip in midair. Also, you can't like stall in midair or whatever.
Yeah, and the ceiling will kill you.
Yeah, we just saw the balls there were deadly.
Master M's ball, I forgot what the name is. Master some letter, and there his balls.
Okay. In Bionic Commando, it's Master D, I think.
It's the Y. Alright. Oh, that was kind of close, I think.
Yeah.
Mac. Do not touch
I'm back.
Master Y's bolts.
We're still in the room.
We're gonna be here for.
Yeah. I see that.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say-
think-
I'm gonna
I
say
saw that in...
one of the
Shut
players will be here for another 7 minutes.
Alright.
Okay.
I saw Arcbliss said this is the room players got stuck on for 45 minutes. I think both these players are going to get here much faster than that. It doesn't seem like they're totally out of touch with what you need to do here. This is really just an execution challenge.
Yeah, and I've seen both of them be very close already.
even just being able to consistently land on the right side of the room is impressive to me, because you have to time it where you're falling down. And I think that the fact that they can both do that means that they have a pretty good handle on things.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. If you didn't have a handle on that, you get so fewer tries at figuring out how to do the actual hard part, and it slows down the learning process there considerably.
So I think you need to press it when it's halfway down, coming down.
Oh, Lcheeseboy. No, don't mess this up.
Oh,
Nice.
don't blow it.
Okay, there's fire at the bottom. Oh, fire!
If you can do it once, you can do
Boy.
it again. That's what you gotta tell yourself.
Hold on, I got something for this. Here we go.
Player dead. Oh, you did it.
Ba-dum-ba-ba-ba.
Oh no, that was so... Like, you saw the fire at the bottom and you, like, in your mind, you're picturing the worst case scenario, which is that they
Yeah,
die
that was really sad.
coming down there somehow.
They didn't have to put the springy ceiling on the other screen. They could have just put a flat wall there.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's my psychological MT tip, is if you've done it once, you can do it again.
I mean, he's got the timing now. He knows when to flip.
That's kind of the secret sauce to this whole thing.
Oh no, my frames.
Yeah, they sure are getting a little weird. I stopped talking when you start lagging on Discord because I only assume I'm gonna turn into a robot if I do
I
talk.
think it's fine. Like, it's just like my upload and Twitch is dying for some reason. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Lcheeseboy
again.
knows. Just stood there just watching it for so long, just like, now.
Nice. Holds
now,
right.
Now.
And has the checkpoint. That's some tangible progress right there. Right after the player dead. That's a heroic.
And then it gives you this room. It's free. There's nothing threatening about that room.
Yeah, and you're already at another checkpoint? Nice.
Are we gonna live in the world where Lcheeseboy does like the rest of the game by the time, BMAC?
It's
plays this
possible.
one room?
I looked at the race times of when I played this. First place Nest Kamikaze with 15:40. And last place was only 28 minutes. So it's a short game. I took 19:12. I remember being stuck on this stupid room for 5 minutes.
Lcheeseboy's killing it.
Get him, boys.
Get 'em, boys.
Well, they didn't get him.
What?
Stealing got him.
That looked pretty rude.
So this was part of like a whole remake Action 52 project, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like 52 people got together and everyone got a game that they remade, kind of.
It didn't actually come together though, right? Like most of them didn't actually happen, did they? Or...
I have no idea. If they did, then this is the only one that people remember.
Yeah, I know this game just from its impact on the speedrun community, basically. Not as a part of the Action 52. Even the only thing about Action 52 I only actually know about was Cheetahman.
Maybe I should make one.
I'd like to see a remake of Micro Mike. Or Ooze. Ooze would be a good remake.
I feel like someone has made Ooze. Isn't that the one that it starts on?
It might.
Like the cursor?
What is that one? Alfred and the Fennec? Isn't that Action 52?
That is also, yeah. It's where you're a cook. Maybe. You never know with those games.
Yeah, you never know. I
It's
have.
tight.
Yeah, this is really tight. This looks. Maybe not as hard. Maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah. This jump is also pretty hard, and you have to time it with the stupid clowns.
I kind of... BMAC Attack was just standing there for a while, and then went. And I feel like we're seeing that experimentation process of like, go when the ball is here, now go when the ball is here, and am I a little closer sort of thing.
For me personally, that's the only way I could imagine doing a room like this.
Get the money. Oh, we fall down.
And then like hit a flip wall and go all the way back up. Yeah, okay, great, cool,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Watch your corpse
the
fly
death!
all the way off.
You have to die!
Oh man.
To be fair, that probably would have gotten me as well, because there's no wall like that in the regular mode. Like, there's a timing for this in the regular. You go 4 screens and then one, like, offbeat before the 5th screen change, you hold left. But you will also hit that thing if you do that.
Alright, what's up here? Death, okay.
Okay. You have to get it the first try.
6 screens. Oh, well, maybe I meant like 4 transitions.
Emac Attack's timing, like, was too early, obviously, but even if his timing was perfect, the ball was all up in his way.
More left, more left. Nice.
Oh! BMAC Attack, poised to finally get it done.
Oh,
doesn't
no.
know what's on the other screen, is
Oh!
holding right.
Oh, perfect.
Just
There's one thing there. Nice.
checkpoints.
We hit the
Excellent.
fire room. It's really easy.
Oh god, the orange room.
Yeah.
Well, this
it's-
is so much easier than the other
Like,
mode.
it's only this part, but it's relatively easy.
Doesn't look easy, but it's easier than the other stuff.
Fire room is the hardest in regular Streemerz.
Yeah. And then they don't even give you the checkpoint till after this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
died on this screen twice.
No. And if you do a speedrun, you have to remember to immediately grapple to get through the first cycle of that ball. If you forget about it, you're kind of screwed, because now you're in risk and you better take it slow, because you also don't want to redo the fire room.
Lcheeseboy has some tech, has some skills. I think this is pretty good.
Totally. Ever since they gave me my first loss in Jolly tournament, I've had nothing but the utmost respect for Lcheeseboy.
Also, a powerful name, I think. Like, what does the L mean?
Yeah.
I have
It's
a
crazy.
guess.
There was-
I don't want to say it because I think it's like a real life friend was in chat cheering them on.
Oh.
But I don't know. Sometimes
Oh,
people
yeah,
like
I
their
saw
screen
that
names
too.
to remain screen names. I don't know.
There was also an L Charlie Boy at one point.
Oh no, Lcheeseboy got the checkpoint that someone in the regular Streemerz got.
Just the money.
Wait, what's with this
And a-
block? Can you destroy
It
the
seems
block?
like yeah.
Yeah,
it
you
seems
can
like
go
should
back
be a
that
thing.
way.
Can you?
Well, you can in the normal mode. I guess.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know if you- No.
Can you in this one?
Last Cheese Boy, yeah. Ultimate Cheese Boy.
Legendary.
Final Cheese Boy.
Legendary. Maybe we'll see.
Do you think you can hold right on the screen? Like in regular Streemerz? Here you can just hold right in Streemerz. And it will clear this whole room.
Oh,
This
That's
looks
funny.
like the same cycle.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
way
know why
easier if you
wouldn't
don't
do it.
have to drop down anyway.
I wish I knew that. TPC didn't say that on commentary, so I didn't know. For my little run back, that room actually took me like that was where GFM finally for sure passed me when we were playing.
Hold the button. And then in this room you can make the fire cycle at the bottom in one, but it's pretty tough. You can make this cycle, well, like, this game has actually really crazy speed tech, where you can risk so much. There's like a 1-frame turnaround you can do here, which is slightly faster.
When I first heard about Streemerz, I heard it just audibly, and I tried to look up Streemerz, and I found like one YouTube video of someone playing the Action 52 game and like speaking in Russian, and I'm like, this can't be it. So they said that was when they did that GDQ showcase. It's like, this can't be the right video game.
Emac Attack has made up a lot of time.
Wow.
And
Ooh.
knows the door, I think, is going to be on the left.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's a huge time game.
But is it too little too late? There's not too much.
Oh, and then went
left.
back and died? How'd that happen?
Cool.
What?
Huh.
I missed it.
Me too.
I looked away because I was like, they're surely fine.
Yeah, and
moving
there's
on.
a communication room after that. It's just story stuff.
Yeah. How the
Oh,
hell
that
do you
looks
make
tight.
this?
And it's
This
like
looks so
a
tight.
it's like a frame perfect trick there. Oh, too late.
Oh, mashing the text box and then just flipped. That's a good guess.
Oh god.
That sucks.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't expect to get it, I think, and so was still
Yeah.
holding right.
Yeah.
I make that mistake so much.
Oh,
In
you
games,
can
don't
actually
you
just
pick up
hold
the
right. He
card?
lets
Just
go.
keep holding right, yeah.
Oh, that's the kind of mistake that gets to you.
Mm-hmm. All right, final escape. Big lead for Lcheeseboy.
Oh, there's no rice.
What?
No
Is
race.
that something that the text box said?
No, there's a race in Streemerz here. You race against Master
Oh.
Y.
I thought
Oh,
you
the-
said no rice.
No rice.
What the
Yeah.
hell is
I mean, there's no
wrong with
rice either. I don't see any.
I'll agree with that.
There's a Twitter account that's called like technically right, I guess, and it just captions things out of context like that. Like there's a
Wait.
guy who's
Yeah,
like,
but
I'll,
this
I'll
part is
identify
free.
any
That's very
bird.
Yeah, this is all
Mhm.
free because it's unchanged.
It's
Oh,
over
except-
actually. This is
Except
the final
this
flip.
part. Yeah, this part is changed.
Yeah, that's a little different. Are we doing a Veni Vidi Vici? What's going on? Or is this just the end? This is how VVV ends. It just keeps going.
Oh no! He's ripped apart in the atmosphere.
After floating around outer space for many years, Dr. Terry's large mass attracted many pieces of debris. Soon, the bacteria from his remains created life, and Dr. Terry became the son of his own universe, called the Universe. The end.
Absolutely crazy.
That's a finish. 23:30 is the time from Lcheeseboy.
That was a good performance. What are
Agreed.
other blind times we've seen in this?
Well, Maurice pulled up that one race where the lowest was like 15 minutes and the highest was 28.
Yeah,
so kind of in
exactly.
the middle.
And I had 19. Feeling good.
This is the kind of thing where when Maurice gets 19 and I get 23, I feel good. I'm like, oh, only 4 behind Maurice, not bad.
But yeah, I mean, other than that room that sucks, Lcheeseboy didn't really get stuck on anything.
Yeah. And Bright Shadow just finishing right now as well.
24:12, and then we had Muware finishing out in front, just under 18 minutes.
It's a good time for Muware.
Faster than a certain someone's 19, whatever, I guess. I don't know if it's blind, though.
I don't know if it is. Muware's coming for you.
I don't know. Move where? Streemerz.
Oh, I made the mistake of just...
They played regular Streemerz. I was blind to regular Streemerz as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, that explains it.
My excuse.
I'm not sure it makes that big of a difference, but maybe a
No,
little
it's
bit.
huge.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
It's
Maurice is
huge.
just so quick to find those excuses.
Oh
It's
man, like
hilarious.
imagine if I had played it. It's 3 minutes. Well, this is my
Yeah.
time. Would have been.
Whoa, the pie! Oh, B-Mac Attack couldn't get away.
It was so close.
Oh, they're pies?
Yeah, the clowns are throwing pies.
They are pies.
It's humble pie.
And then when at the end of the game, it totals up like how many times you died to what, and it says like you got pied 17 times.
Yeah.
Ooh, I kind of like what B-Mac Attack is doing, getting space on the left side. We have Lcheeseboy. Hello.
Hello.
You got, well, first of all, have you ever played VVV?
I have, yes.
Okay, so this was like a familiar gameplay.
Yeah, somewhat. I also did catch the race of normal mode of this game earlier in Mystery Tournament, so I was a little prepared for mostly that last section, which I think is a race in the main game, because I saw that 20 times. But yeah, no.
And that was pretty much free in the gravity
Oh,
flip
yeah.
mode anyway, yeah.
Right, yeah. You don't have to grapple up that section with the spheres on one side. It's pretty free.
So when the race started, Maurice was very keen to tell us, like, there's a room, and the players are going to be in there for forever. And he was like, is it this one? No, it's not this one. It's coming up. Is it this one? I think it's this one. No, it's not. It's coming up. And the reason he was so excited is because it's the room that probably you're thinking of.
The one right after it introduces you to the things that automatically flip you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the red
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the toughest part of the game for me.
You both reached that room at around the same time. You were a little ahead. And you made it out first significantly, and that was the biggest time gain so far in this race, although you did this room a little faster. But yeah, that was big. You had the timing.
Yeah, figuring
Took
out
a
the
while, though.
timing for getting around that corner it took me a while. I felt like I was losing a lot of time there. And then the first time I got past it and then hit the flipper on the next screen and got back into the flames.
Yeah, that was so sad.
Yeah.
Did you have any kind of thought process for approaching that one difficult thing?
I mean, I was trying to figure out the timing, where the orb was on the screen and when I should flip. And then I was like, oh, I'm getting the spacing wrong because I feel like I keep hitting. I'm either going right into the orbs above me, or I'm hitting the red and sending myself backwards before I want to. And I still don't really think I have a strategy. I figured out the timing, but not the positioning so much. Just happened to get through it the time I did.
So you're pretty sure you could consistently have the ball be out of the way, but
I
getting
think
around
so.
the red thing is you just hope that happens.
Yeah.
Got it. Oh, there's a tough room cleared pretty quick by B-Mac
Yeah.
B-Mac
B-Mac
Attack.
Attack beat you on that room. But that looked
Yeah.
really tight.
Yeah, that took me a couple tries.
Oh, is this the final section now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this Cheetah Man's song?
Yeah, it is. It's a remix.
So good.
Maurice cranking the music for everyone.
That's such a stupid thing for me to be able to recognize offhand, the Cheetah Man song, but
Nah, it's infamous.
I guess that's true.
And there's the finish.
Yep.
Well, actually, there's a dot done from Persogix, who joined this race. 30:10 is their time. And then any moment, I think.
It's so graphic.
Yeah, well, that's a callback to Bionic Commando, which this game is also kind of pulling from. 33 is the final time. Separated by 6.5 minutes, but I feel like you guys were separated by 30 seconds, and then that one room made up
Yeah.
the rest of this.
Yeah, I'm sure this could seeing B-Mac play the rest of the game, he was definitely doing just as well as I was. Nice to hear that.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. You too.
So I guess I need to ask you about the one room. You probably know which one I'm talking about.
I have no idea what one you're talking about. Explain it to me.
Yeah, okay, well, they just introduced this flipping mechanic,
Uh-huh.
and then they throw the hardest, most tightest, precise thing you could ever ask someone to do with it immediately afterwards.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The only thing that made that room really hard for me was that I kept clipping through the center bouncy platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you moved over too much to try to clear the death balls, you'd clip right through the middle part and end up at the bottom section, which was super annoying.
Yeah, I think we saw that particular way to fail a lot more from your side of the screen.
But yeah, I think that room definitely cost me the race. I feel like I made pretty good ground the rest of the way. No other rooms really gave me too much struggle, but that one.
Yeah, well, to be clear, that room is horrible for everyone, first off. It was
Yeah.
horrible for Lcheeseboy. It was for every other past blind race of this game. Everyone gets stuck there. It's just a question of how long. And Lcheeseboy did get away first. You guys were neck and neck up to the room. And Lcheeseboy was the first one to clear it. Got a couple minutes ahead. And then I feel like you both were very close to each other through the rest of the game. Just so much of it came down to that one tricky move.
Yeah. It's cool though. Cool game. I've never played it before, so.
Yeah, it's sort of like a mystery classic, I guess. There's a
Original mode, at least. We don't
Yeah.
we haven't seen this one as much. We had both sub this year. It's kind of weird, but Arkless speedruns it and loves the game.
Very nice.
So both of you went 2-2 in your last mystery tournament, and then we realized that one of you was going to go 2-2 again, and the other was going to kind of improve on that. So, unfortunately, Miss BMAC Attack, you're out on mystery tournament 16. But I think
Yep.
50% win rate is like a great place to be, honestly.
It's not bad. I'm not upset about that.
2 is pretty solid.
A lot of it just depends on what kind of games you get and what kind of games fit with you. So
Yeah, have you played like VVV before?
no, not really.
Hmm.
Not much of a homebrew or indie gamer. So
Yeah, then you'd be out of your element here for sure.
oh yeah, it was fun. Thank you guys for hosting the tournament.
Thank you so much for joining.
And I guess we'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Lcheeseboy, you're gonna move on. You're 3-2. Now, well, I said wait. 1.
3-2. Good luck.
Got ahead of my. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're also eliminated. You got one more win, and now you're out.
I was so close.
No, you improve. You stay alive down in the lower bracket. So congratulations,
Yeah.
and best of luck on your next match.
Thank you very much.